Yo, this is the Battle Blaster coming back at y'all with another one, part two of the Asian female who said black people should stop crying over slavery and all that shit, talking about, trying to equate other enslaved groups of people throughout this world, throughout time. Um, Baby, those kingdoms and those empires are long gone. This one is still here. This one is still hanging on by a thread. And before it dies off, we want what is rightfully ours. So, like I said, we're getting back into that. And where I left off was I was trying to say this. When you have people from different diasporas who something happened to them over here, they get money. Like I said, the Asians, the Chinese got some type of reparations, and the Japanese got reparations in the 80s underneath Ronald Reagan. You know what I mean? So the Jewish people still get reparations, and like I said, because they're Jewish people, and a lot of the Jewish people who are in Congress and who's in the White House, which nobody never tells the truth about this. When you go into the White House as a president, you are told, and you are actually met. You are met with the higher ups of the Jewish people who really runs this fucking country, and they tell you straight up, don't you say nothing bad about us, don't you disparage us, and whatever we want we get. If Israel needs this, that, and the other, you are to give it to it. You know what I mean? So don't get it twisted. But these are the same people. Those are the same people who will sit back and tell us, along with everybody else, dog pile on a rabbit with black people. You know, dog pile on rabbit. You know, make sure the blacks are always at the bottom. Make sure we all stomp them all down and beat them down. Like I said, let's talk about the Asian crime bill, because I'm about to hit you with something real quick. This so-called Asian crime bill and how these Asians are supposed to be mistreated and all this shit. But these are the same people who beat up black women because they fuck up their nails, or they don't do a good job on their nails now because they feel like they don't have to, because they have this crime bill to make them impervious of someone jumping on their ass. Or, which was before the crime bill, they felt that black women weren't protected by black men. So they felt that they men and their people could come into the neighborhood and treat us any type of way, especially black women any type of way. This is where, as black women and black men, we should understand one thing: we need each other, because this world is basically against us. Quote unquote, just saying this, if you ever remember that the video "This Is America" by Childish Gambino, at the end he's running for dear life. You could see in his eyes the terror that he's running, and then the people behind him, they're all different colors besides black people. I didn't see not one black person running after him. And he's running for, like I said, for dear life. And you can see the terror in his eyes, and you can see the hatred in the other people's eyes that he's supposed to be running from. So that, to me, symbolizes that the world is against us. And as black people, we're constantly in that we're in the state of running. We're in the state of constantly always on our guard. We're always on the go. We always have to be alert. You know what I mean? We're always running away. And sometimes we can't be on the offensive all our lives. We got to be on the defensive. I mean, we're always on the we're always on the defensive. You know what I mean? We always running. Now it's time for us to be on the offensive. We have to start making it to a point where we attack. We have to start making moves for ourselves. People might sit up here and say, "Oh, you talking about violence?" I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about protecting ourselves. Because if you watch lately, I watched on. I was watching. Who was that? I was watching. Who was that? I was watching. Queen Amidala. Queen Amidaya. She showed two videos of two cops, two different cops. One cop got stabbed in the neck by a white boy. He ran. He said, "Well, what you running for, buddy? Look, I'm not going to do anything. Look, let me just put you in handcuffs, and I'll do this and I'll do that." And the kid had a knife and turned around and stabbed him in the neck, a hauled ass. He had his gun out. He was chasing this kid. Now, you know, white people, they can't run. They're not built to run. But the point was, the cop was on his ass. And he told me, I'll shoot. You better stop, man. I'll shoot. He put his gun away and got his taser out. And he tasered the kid, took him in, didn't beat the shit out of him. His partner came up. You know how they kneel on our necks and kneel on our heads and, you know, kneel in the center of our backs, like kneel on us to try to, you know, cause pain. This motherfucker kneeled beside this kid and put on the handcuffs and put his hand in the center of his back so he couldn't get up and run. Not once did he use profanity. Not once did he treat him inhumane. After this kid stabbed him in his neck, that was warranted for him to get 6 or 10 shots in the back of the fucking head. But they took him alive. There was another video that she showed, and it was of another white man, and he was arguing with the cop, and him and the cop started fighting. And he called himself, this old man trying to run. I mean, well, he ain't old. He like in his 40s. Because white people look old as hell. He probably was in his 40s. He looked like he's in his 50s, but he probably was in his 40s. And he tried to take off and run. The cop like jumped on him and thrashed him a little bit, but he didn't hurt this man. And then he talked to the guy all nice after he put the handcuffs on him. "Why you hitting me? Look, man, I'm just trying to help you out, but why did you hit me? You a fucking cocksucker and all this shit." "Oh, really, pal? Okay, that's why you're going to jail." This guy. But let it be a black person. You'll be hearing about this guy getting 27 shots or getting both clips emptied into him. Overkill. And then it'll be this thing. "Oh, well, you know what it is? They need training. They need to train and know how to deal with the black population." Wink, wink. No. Y'all are taught to kill us. See, I believe, and I really believe this, and if we count every black person from Timbuktu who's here in America to the Haitians and the Jamaicans who here in Jamaica and us, all of the black people who are here from other countries and ones who have been living here since slavery, if you were to count us all, even the ones in jail, we are well beyond the fucking 13% that they claim we are. I'm going to tell you again about a story in a minute, but I'm going to tell you, it's a census story, but I'm going to tell you again about it. But like I said, I believe deep down inside, we are like about 25, anywhere between 23 and 25%. Because if we weren't, how could we be a fucking block, a voting block? did the Democrats claim they need so much? Did they rely on so much? 13%, that's not even good enough for a voting block. That's like, oh, whatever, bitch. That ain't enough to fucking brush your teeth with. We got to be somewhere in the 20s. We got to be somewhere in the 20s. Now, oh my goodness, I don't know if I forgot or not, but trying to remember what I was about to say. I should have said it when I had a chance, but I wanted to say this first. But yeah, we are more than what they say we are. Oh, the census. Like I told you a story about the census before, and this is a true story. A lady was in Brooklyn. She was in New York. She was a lady. She was Spanish, and she said that she was in one area district. She did the census, and she had to go to the next portion. So she drove to the next portion. She had to call and tell them, I'm driving to the next portion of town where I got to be, the next district. So she went to the next district, and the operator of the census told her, when you get there, call me, turn on your computer, and you call me. So she turns on her computer. She told her, before you get out the car, sit there for 15 minutes, right, with the computer on. She sat there for 15 minutes with the computer on. So she calls her back and tells her, you can leave now. She said, but I didn't do any of my census. I didn't go out and take any of the census yet. So the lady's like, oh, you don't have to. We took care of it for you. So in other words, this was an all black portion of the not the Bronx, of Brooklyn. Do you understand what that lady did? She falsified the numbers and gave us probably lower numbers. Like I said, I have never seen a census group come to my door and say, can we come in? Can we talk to you about census? And say, hey, how many people you got living here? Do you have any kids? Do you have this? Do you have that? Blah, 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 none of that. They never said any of that. All they did was send a census paper in the mail, and that's it. Now, if I don't write out the census paper, then it's my fault. I'm not counted. But there's a lot of black people who don't have time to sit down and fill out the census, which we should. But at the same time, how do we know we're being counted? They get a whole bunch of census shit that comes out of this town that I live in, and then they turn around and say, okay, open up 100 of them, then throw the rest of them away. We don't know if they're doing that. They could be doing it, but we don't know if they're doing it. They could be. When it comes to us. But when it comes to the white areas, this is why they get so much of resources and shit like that, because these motherfuckers, they count themselves. See, let me tell you something. And the Bible says this, and I hate to use this, and I talked about this before. It says they will, how do you say it? Well, oh my goodness, something about they will. Oh my goodness, I'll get back to that because I know I got to figure out how to say it. But it says something like, but I don't know, but what you call it. But anyway, I used to always tell people that these people count themselves, and they count everybody else that they consider white. You could have a black person who jet black motherfucker come from Egypt. You have a jet black motherfucker come from Nigeria. When I say jet black, I mean that motherfucker black as night. You could have people like that come from Africa, and they will assign them white because they need those numbers. This way, when they get their census and everything, their money for the census, all that shit goes into their schools, goes into their roads, go into their pockets, and whatever they're going to do, or their communities, or whatever. This is why our neighborhoods look the way they look, because we don't get those same benefits because it's designed so we don't get it. You know? This is why reparations is important to us. You know what I mean? This is why reparations is important to us. Because when you get reparations, that's money right there. And then it's generating the money. So now they're going to start counting us because they need to count us because they want to figure out how many of these black people who we gave reparations to and how much they got to their pocket watch. So they'll count that shit so they can get tax money and other bullshit out of us. And if we got overdue bills and shit like that, they'll be able to just come along and just snatch as much as money they need to get from us, whatever. So they don't know that will also help the census count us. Now they can fuck it up to the point, yeah, because they have the they got the not technology, but they have their hands on the machine, so to speak. But once you count it and it's in that computer, it ain't nothing you can do about it because it's counted already. Now that will help us with census. And let me go back to one more example of white people not getting shot by the police. There was another video of a white man or Spanish man, whatever he was, and the cop shot him with the taser. He snatches the wires out, and he's running after the cop. He pulls his gun to I'm gonna shoot, but he's running from this guy. He's running from him. I'm gonna shoot. And this guy is chasing him around the car. Then he turned around, jumped in the police car, in the police cruiser, and tried to hit him and ran the cruiser into another car, and then got out and proceeded to run around and shit. And nothing happened to this guy. He probably got his ass whipped or whatever. But, again, these are white people because they feel that their numbers are low and they're saving themselves. But if it's a black person and I just ask for a cup of water, I get shot and killed. The guy that was walking back, Terrence, I think his name was Terrence Crusher. He was some type of guy, deacon or something in his church. And his car broke down in the middle of the road. And that bitch, Shelby, whatever her fucking name is, she went and shot that man and killed him. And then the cop in the helicopter says, yeah, he looks like a bad dude. How the fuck how you know if he's a bad dude? You up in a fucking helicopter, you dickhead. Anybody look like bad dudes is that bitch Shelby as well as your dumbass. I think that was her husband in the helicopter. And this Asian bitch had the nerve to talk about us. Case in point, I'm going to hit you with another Asian bitch. It was this video or something. It was about these white women. They said they didn't want black people in their neighborhood or some shit. And they said, black lives don't matter and all this shit. And it was two Asian women in that motherfucking group, and it was like probably about 12 white women and these two little stupid little doofy looking Asian women, and they're standing there right there along with them. They all had like blue jeans on and like a pink shirt or some shit on. These motherfuckers, they come to this country with vitriol towards us. You know what I mean? Or they grew up in white neighborhoods and they think they're white. I remember a friend of mine told me years ago, she said she really don't fuck with her white friends like that. She said the girls that she went to school with, she's more into her Korean friends. She said because the white girls would like basically insult her to her face. They would pull their eyes back to ooh, me Chinese, me put pee in your cocoa, all this type of shit. You know what I mean? So they would call her a gook and a chink, and they would, and then they try to be friendly. Then they be like, they would shit on her in her face. And then they want to be friends in the next 5 minutes, or they might have that one girl that's their friend until the other girls jump on her. Then she jump, she's right there with them, dog piling the rabbit with her. You know what I mean? So y'all hate being next to us, but you'll move next to your fucking enemy. The same people who drop bombs on you, the same people who put you in concentration camps, the same people who fucking killed you and murdered your people and told you to fucking help build the railroads and fix food for the people on the railroads and make sure they got water. I mean, come on, man. You motherfuckers are the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever fucking known. But don't get me wrong, you got some black people that way who's fucking dumb as fuck shit, you know. Oh my gosh. You know, sometimes it takes a lot out of you because people piss you off. And I am to the highest of festivities with these people. They hate us with a passion. Every group hates us. People come here from other countries and they're told to leave us alone. I remember seeing this movie. They had a you know, like when the immigrants come here, they show them movies and shit, and they tell like, and they always make us the bad people. It was one about, they had one for the Asian people, right? And the main villains in this movie were blacks and some Spanish, probably one white guy, but the rest were all, the rest of the people was basically black, a couple Spanish, and one white guy, or he looked white. And the lady's walking down this alleyway, and the brother, the so-called brothers come out and they start harassing her, like they gonna rape her, do something to her, and then the mystical master Asian man pops out. And, I will defeat all of you. Yeah, don't fuck with these motherfuckers. These people are bad. You stay with your own people or the white man, and you'll be happy. Oh. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You know there are more fucking Asian people who get killed by other Asian people. Look in Chinatown, they get beat up and killed by triads and other gang members in their own fucking community. But you don't hear nothing about that. And don't sit up here and say that a lot of it doesn't happen. No, a lot of it does happen. You have a lot of crime there. Y'all rob and steal from each other, beat each other up, hurt each other. Sometimes y'all might even kill each other. Shit, look at what happened with you motherfuckers on January the 6th, you white motherfuckers. White on white crime. Bitch, y'all got more white on white crime than y'all ever did. But you quick to say anything about us. Then it's shit to be on in the papers or on certain news channels in certain towns because they don't publicize it like they do anything black people do. A black person can just ride through the red light and the cops jumped out and beat our asses. We committed a crime and we got beat up for it. Running a red light, that doesn't equate to getting your ass kicked. I ran a red light, I'm sorry, I pulled over, here's my license registration. Get out the car, you fucking nigger, get out the fucking car, we're gonna shoot and kill you. Get out the car, we're gonna beat your ass for running that red light, you nigger. Well, what happened to Mr. Johnson? Well, Mr. Johnson ran a red light, tried to escape and elude the police, and then he fired a gun at us, and the gun was magically transported back to his house where we found it at, and it doesn't have his fingerprints on it. I think when his kids wiped it off, or his dog licked it off, somebody, I don't know. But somehow it was magically transported back to his house or in the trunk of his car, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, these motherfuckers, they'll blow us up. But when it comes to their own people and them doing shit and them fighting back police officers, the police officers don't shoot and kill them or beat them up, it's very, very rare you'll hear about it. And 9 times out of 10 you don't. Unless you're on the internet and you're looking up shit every day. Motherfuckers killing little kids, raping little kids, kidnapping people, selling them for they fucking sell them into slavery or selling their fucking their organs and shit. You people are evil. Y'all are purity evil. And got the world hating us because we are the trendsetters. The Bible talks about it. And y'all know who we really are. And y'all feared of it because we showed you. If you just give us a little bit of room, we can build mountains. We can build giant structures that will reach into the heavens without your help, without your machinery. But guess what? That fear, it makes you fear that you're losing everything. Now, because you ain't fucking your woman no more, and your woman don't want your little puny old little dicks. She want that big black dick, or she want some big Spanish dick, or she wants something that ain't white no more. Now your ass is upset. Your ass is crying. We got to stop our women from having abortion. We got to start making sure our women have babies. Oh. So what you do? You turned around and did the Roe v. Wade thing. You fucking stopped that shit from women being able to have abortions. And then there was a little 10-year-old girl somewhere in Kentucky, somewhere around there, I think, if I remember correctly. Or was it Illinois or Kentucky? One tell the other. But she was 10 years old and somebody raped her. And she was pregnant. And she had to go to another state to have a baby. I mean, to have a miscarriage. Not miscarriage, excuse me, an abortion. Sorry, an abortion. And it was one of your own people who did it. And you're trying to force that little baby to have a fucking baby. And it's so funny, they try to use black women because they know we got numbers. If the black women sit up there and say no go, no show, the first thing's gonna happen is you're gonna sit there and say no go, no show. And you're gonna ride with it. That's the funny thing about this culture, this white culture, this white rude nation is finally dying away. You would rather destroy this country than let the people who really had this country first take over and do what's right. Y'all stopping abortions for these women, and you trying to use black women to come up and fight for the shit. Black women take all the slings and arrows, and then this way, when it's all done, we can get in and say we all helped. No, bitch. It's time for you white motherfuckers to stand up on your own 2 feet, because y'all the ones that really want this abortion shit to go down. Y'all want to have abortions. Okay? Don't get me wrong, there's some black women out there, young girls who want to out there and sleep and be unprotected and get knocked up by 7 different dudes and don't know who the baby daddy is or whatever and didn't want to have an abortion. They learned that shit from y'all, from the white woman. Even Asian women are doing it. I don't hear that Asian bitch talking about that. I don't hear her talking about that. And that's the whole ticket. Y'all don't even see it. Because y'all choose to look past it. See, I'm going to tell you something. If a black woman worth to go into an abortion clinic and say, hey, I want an abortion and I'm 10 weeks out. And now 10 weeks mean you can't get it no more. They were like, all right, well, we're going to make you we're going to make a special, we're going to bypass the law and make a special exception for you. And we'll give you the abortion. But a white woman, don't you dare go there. Bitch, you can't get no abortion. You better have that baby. Our numbers are dwindling. Our numbers are coming down. We're going to be number 8 in this minority. We're going to be a minority in this country. We're going to be number 8 in this country. We're going to be underneath the niggers, and we can't have that. Really? I tell you, these people are full of shit. But like I said, these are the same people who would shoot and kill a black person. Asians as well, Spanish folks as well, because I've seen them do it. You know what I mean? Kill a black person and say that the reason why they did it because they feared of their life. But a motherfucker who stabbed you in your fucking neck or sliced you across your face or shot you and killed you or shot at you and try to drop you and a few other motherfuckers out there on the fucking road or on the street somewhere, you'll let them motherfuckers go. You'll take them bitches alive with no marks usually. Some bullshit, huh? But that motherfucking Asian woman had nerve to say about slavery and black people, man, you need to shut your ass. Shut your ass. Shut up your flat ass. And I want to talk about another thing too. We're going to get off the subject for a minute and we're going to talk about something else real quick. On the lighter side of the news today, motherfucking crazy ass people want something that is not basically accessible. I'm joking. All right, let's get into this one right here. Now, we're going to talk about people and their bullshit. Let's talk about Now I forgot what I wanted to talk about. This is some crap, man. I don't know. It sucks. This really sucks. I guess I'm getting a little tired, so I think I might cut this short. But I wanted to talk about something else I wanted to talk about that I saw. And I think that it was very important to talk about this. I know we talked about the cops and how they allow the white kids not to get killed when they shoot our asses. I talked about that. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the choices in relationships and how we can make that better for ourselves. As black people, we should be looking at the world as it's turning today because Like I said, you have Putin who's on a march talking about he wants Alaska back and he's ready to start a war to get Alaska back. Now, Alaska, they sold Alaska to us, and Alaska is a part of the United States now. You want it back? Just pay for it. But see, let me say something about America. America stuck her nose in other people's affairs for the last time. She really did. Because whatever was going on with the motherfuckers, that had nothing to do with you. Whatever went on with Ukraine and Russia, that had nothing to do with us. Nothing. But America been always poking her titties in other people's face, talking about, I can do what the fuck I want. Okay, well, get ready to kiss your ass goodbye, America, because this bitch, like I said, I give it till now to 2025. This motherfucker gonna swing a bomb over this way. And if it hits Washington, D.C., you know damn well New Jersey's gonna get hit too. Because Washington is 100-mile radius. We're gonna get the blowback. Oh, we're gonna get some of the blowback. We're gonna get a lot of radiation fallout. And if he hits any of the Eastern Seaboard, we fucked. We are fucked. But we are so stupid. And like I said, man, we gonna really this country's about to reap what it sowed. And like I said, when it all comes down to the end, ladies, black women, you're gonna need a man. I hear black women. I listen to these relationship shits that be on YouTube, and it's so funny because I hear a lot of black women. Oh, I got a degree. I got a PhD. I got an MBA. I got a 1, 2, 3 ABC. I got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I got a 90210. This bitch got all types of degrees. But no motherfucking man. Such and such, I make 150,000 a year. I make 200,000 a year, and he need to make more than I do to be with me. But I'm a single mama and I got 10 kids. I don't need him there. I just would like to have him there. I don't need him, but I want him. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. You are a dumb bitch. You are a bunch of dumb heifers. And I'm not talking about all sisters, because I mean, not all of them think this way. Not all of them think this way. But there are women who think that way. And for those women who think that way, that's the women I'm talking about. Because when this place falls down and it becomes like Mad Max out here, people trying to kill, rob, and steal for food, ladies, if you don't have a gun, you don't know how to use it, you and your kids gonna go through hell. You're gonna get your ass kicked. They're gonna rob you, they're gonna rape you, they're gonna do whatever. There's gonna be some stupid ass little Negro who know where you live at, who always wanted to pull them panties down, but you never gave him a shot. Because there's no law enforcement, there's nothing else out there. The military gonna be too busy trying to scuttlebug shit around. Them motherfuckers gonna be out doing what they gotta do. And it's gonna be the motherfuckers who want to take advantage of you. And if you survive the nuclear fallout and shit like that, you're gonna need to get food. Where you gonna get food from? There ain't gonna be no more stores. You think your food gonna last in that fucking refrigerator? If there's any animals running around here, you got to learn how to kill one. You got to learn how to skin it and kill it. Take all his vital organs and all his organs out, shit bag and all, without busting it so you don't contaminate the meat. But you're gonna have to learn how to do all that shit. But 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna know how to do it. You're gonna need to have a man that's gonna go out there and get that deer or that antelope or whatever the fuck it is, or go fishing and grab a couple of fishes for you and your family so y'all can cook some fishes tonight or whatever. Or find a way to find a way to make sure y'all eat. Him break it into a corner store if the corner store ain't totally tore up. If it's still like torn, like together, or whatever, he can run in there, tear off the shutters and get inside, bust inside the store and get some milk and juice and cereals and you know what I mean, and some oodles and noodles or whatever y'all can get, and then bring that shit back to you and y'all eat. Y'all ain't gonna be able to do that, ladies. You're not. Because you going to sit there and you'll starve before you even think about robbing something. Or, I ain't going to say robbing, but going into a store that is no longer in service because of the war and get what you need. Or going out and fishing or hunting for your own meat. You know what I mean? You're going to be sitting there and you're going to be wondering how it's going to all go down. You're going to be sitting around on your asses looking at your kids looking at you, Mama, I'm hungry. I'm scared. Those men say they're going to come back and they're going to kill all of us. They're going to rape every last one of us. I'm scared. And what you going to do? You're going to try to be a mother and wrap your kids up in you and hopefully they don't come back? No. Because them people, for real, they're going to come after you. Like I said, there's no law that's going to be out there upholding the law of the land to the people in the area. No. It's going to be every fucking man for themselves. And you are going to be used and abused. So understand, ladies, you need us. Like I said, this is the time we need to be together. We got people from the left, from the right, from the center, from to the back, above us and below us, on each side, corner, everywhere possible. They are out there to destroy us. And you are worried about superficial bullshit. How tall a man is. What kind of money he make. How long his dick is. How this and that and the other. All this bullshit. But if he can't protect you and provide for you and make sure that he can get you what you need and make sure you are protected, if he can do all that, then you should be happy. But if he can't, then you need to let him go. But y'all pick these little wimp ass dudes. All they want to do is smash, and then when it's time to get some things done around the house, either he paying to have somebody else do it, or he wings it if he can do it. But 9 times out of 10, not me doing that. They ain't doing shit. So ladies, just understand one thing. Stop this "you don't need a man" bullshit, because you do. If you do get a guy that's got 200,000 or 125,000 or 200,000, whatever the case may be, he makes that a year. Be grateful, because a lot of brothers didn't go to college. A lot of us didn't go to college. We went to school, got out of school, and we worked. All right, let me get up out of here, y'all. I'm getting a little tired now, and it's kind of warm in here, and I'm getting all comfortable and shit. All right, y'all, this is the Battle Blast. I'm glad that I came back and talked to y'all for some more. Maybe I'll talk to y'all again. I think I should go a little further into that situation with women and how y'all really need us because of the time that is coming, the fall of America, and without uh, black men's protection, you will be found done. D-O-N-E. All right. So this is the Battle Blast, y'all. I'm gonna say sayonara. Peace.